to pass from thee, and I will clothe thee with rich apparel. 5 And I said, Let them set a clean mitre upon his head. So they set a clean mitre upon his head, and
to Joshua, saying, 7 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, If thou wilt walk in my ways, and if thou wilt keep my charge, then thou also shalt judge my house, and shalt also keep my courts, and I will give thee a place of access among these that stand by 8 Hear now, O Joshua the high priest, thou and thy fellows that sit before thee, for they are men that are a sign. 4 Behold, I will bring forth my servant the branch. 9 For, behold, the stone that I have set before Joshua, upon one stone are 7 eyes. Behold, I will engrave the graving thereof, saith Jehovah of hosts, and I will remove the iniquity of that land in 1 day. 10 In that day, saith Jehovah of hosts, shall ye invite every man his neighbor under the vine and under the fig tree. Zechariah 4:1 And the angel that talked with me came again, and waked me, as a man that is wakened out of his sleep. 2 And he said unto me, What sayest thou? And I said, I have seen, and, behold, a candlestick all of gold, with its bowl upon the top of it, and its 7 lamps thereon. There are 7 pipes to each of the lamps, which are upon the top thereof, 3 and 2 olive trees by it, one upon the right side of the bowl, and the other upon the left side thereof. 4 And I answered and spake to the angel that talked with me, saying, What are these, my Lord? 5 Then the angel that talked with me answered and said unto me, Knowest thou not what these are? And I said, No, my Lord. 6 Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, This is the word of Jehovah unto Zerubbabel, saying, Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith Jehovah of hosts. 7 Who art thou, O great mountain? Before Zerubbabel thou shalt become a plain, and he shall bring forth the top stone with shoutings of grace, grace, unto it. 8 Moreover the word of Jehovah came unto me, saying, 9 The hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house, his hands shall also finish it, and thou shalt know that Jehovah of hosts hath sent me unto you. 10 For who hath despised the day of small things? For these 7 shall rejoice, and shall see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel. These are the eyes of Jehovah, which run to and fro through the whole earth. 11 Then answered I, and said unto him, What are these 2 olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick, and upon the left side thereof? 12 And I answered the second time, and said unto him, What are these 2 olive branches, which are beside the 2 golden spouts, that empty the golden oil out of themselves? 13 And he answered me and said, Knowest thou not what these are? And I said, No, my Lord. 14 Then said he, These are the 2 anointed ones, that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. Zechariah 5:1 Then again I lifted up mine eyes, and saw, and, behold, a flying roll. 2 And he said unto me, What sayest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. 3 Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole land. For every one that stealeth shall be cut off on the one side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off on the other side according to it. For I will cause it to go forth, saith Jehovah of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall abide in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. 5 Then the angel that talked with me went forth, and said unto me, Lift up now thine eyes, and see what is this that goeth forth. 6 And I said, What is it? And he said, This is the ephah that goeth forth. He said moreover, This is their appearance in all the land. 7 And, behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this is a woman sitting in the midst of the ephah. 8 And he said, This is wickedness, and he cast her down into the midst of the ephah, and he cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof. 9 Then lifted I up mine eyes, and saw, and, behold, there came forth 2 women, and the wind was in their wings. Now they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephah between earth and heaven. 10 Then said I to the angel that talked with me, Whither do these bear the ephah? 11 And he said unto me, To build her a house in the land of Shinar, and when it is prepared, she shall be set there in her own place. Zechariah 6:1 And again I lifted up mine eyes, and saw, and, behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass. 2 In the first chariot were red horses, and in the second chariot black horses. 3 And in the third chariot white horses, and in the fourth chariot grizzled strong horses. 4 Then I answered and said unto the angel that talked with me, What are these, my Lord? 5 And the angel answered and said unto me, These are the 4 winds of heaven. which go forth from standing before the Lord of all the earth. 6 The chariot wherein are the black horses goeth forth toward the north country, and the white went forth after them, and the grizzled went forth toward the south country. 7 And the strong went forth, and sought to go that they might walk to and fro through the earth. And he said, Get you hence, walk to and fro through the earth. So they walked to and fro through the earth. 8 Then cried he to me, and spake unto me, saying, Behold, they that go toward the north country have quieted my spirit in the north country. 9 And the word of Jehovah came unto me, saying, 10 Take of them of the captivity, even of Helday, of Tobijah, and of Jedaiah, and come now the same day, and go into the house of Josiah the son of Zephaniah, whither they are come from Babylon. 11 Yea, take of them silver and gold, and make crowns, and set them upon the head of Joshua the son of Jehozadak, the high priest. 12 And speak unto him, saying, Thus speaketh Jehovah of hosts, saying, Behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build the temple of Jehovah. 13 Even he shall build the temple of Jehovah, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule upon his throne, and he shall be a priest upon his throne, and the counsel of peace shall be between them both. 14 And the crowns shall be to Helam, and to Tobijah, and to Jedaiah, and to Hen the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in the temple of Jehovah. 15 And they that are far off shall come and build in the temple of Jehovah, and ye shall know that Jehovah of hosts hath sent me unto you. And this shall come to pass, if ye will diligently obey the voice of Jehovah your God. Zechariah 7. 1 And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Darius, that the word of Jehovah came unto Zechariah in the 4th day of the 9th month, even in Chilv 2. Now they of Bethel had sent Sherezer and Regem-melech, and their men, to entreat the favor of Jehovah. 3 And to speak unto the priests of the house of Jehovah of hosts, and to the prophets, saying, Should I weep in the 5th month, separating myself, as I have done these so many years? 4 Then came the word of Jehovah of hosts unto me, saying, 5 Speak unto all the people of the land, and to the priests, saying, When ye fasted and mourned in the 5th and in the 7th month, even these 70 years, did ye at all fast unto me, even to me? 6 And when ye eat, and when ye drink, do not ye eat for yourselves, and drink for yourselves. 7 Should ye not hear the words which Jehovah cried by the former prophets, when Jerusalem was inhabited and in prosperity, and the cities thereof round about her, and the south and the lowland were inhabited? 8 And the word of Jehovah came unto Zechariah, saying, 9 Thus hath Jehovah of hosts spoken, saying, Execute true judgment, and show kindness and compassion every man to his brother. 10 And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the sojourner, nor the poor, and let none of you devise evil against his brother in your heart. 11 But they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stopped their ears, that they might not hear. 12 Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law, and the words which Jehovah of hosts had sent by his Spirit by the former prophets. Therefore there came great wrath from Jehovah of hosts. 13 And it is come to pass that, as he cried, and they would not hear, so they shall cry, and I will not hear, said Jehovah of hosts. 14 But I will scatter them with the whirlwind among all the nations which they have not known. Thus the land was desolate after them, so that no man passed through nor returned, for they laid the pleasant land desolate. Zechariah 8. 1 And the word of Jehovah of hosts came to me, saying, 2 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, I am jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I am jealous for her with great wrath. 3 Thus saith Jehovah, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth, and the mountain of Jehovah of hosts, the holy mountain. 4 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, every man with his staff in his hand for very age. 5 And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. 6 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in those days, should it also be marvelous in mine eyes, saith Jehovah of hosts. 7 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country, and from the west country. 8 And I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God, in truth and in righteousness. 9 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days these words from the mouth of the prophets that were in the day that the foundation of the house of Jehovah of hosts was laid, even the temple, that it might be built. 10 For before those days there was no hire for man, nor any hire for beast, neither was was there any peace to him that went out or came in, because of the adversary. For I set all men every one against his neighbor. 11 But now I will not be unto the remnant of this people as in the former days, saith Jehovah of hosts. 12 For there shall be the seed of peace, the vine shall give its fruit, and the ground shall give its increase, and the heavens shall give their dew. And I will cause the remnant of this people to inherit all these things. 13 And it shall come to pass that, as ye were a curse among the nations, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. 14 For thus saith Jehovah of hosts, as I thought to do evil unto you, when your fathers provoked me to wrath, saith Jehovah of hosts, and I repented not. 15 So again have I thought in these days to do good unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not. 16 These are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth with his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. 17 And let none of you devise evil in your hearts against his neighbor, and love no false oath. For all these are things that I hate, saith Jehovah. 18 And the word of Jehovah of hosts came unto me, saying, 19 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, the fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, and the fast of the 10th, shall be to the house of Judah joy and gladness, and cheerful feasts. Therefore love truth and peace. 20 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, it shall yet come to pass, that there shall come peoples, and the inhabitants of many cities. 21 And the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, Let us go speedily to entreat the favor of Jehovah, and to seek Jehovah of hosts. I will go also. 22 Yea, many peoples and strong nations shall come to seek Jehovah of hosts in Jerusalem, and to entreat the favor of Jehovah. 23 Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass, that 10 men shall take hold, out of all the languages of the nations, they shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, We will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. Zechariah 9:1 The burden of the word of Jehovah upon the land of Hadrach, and Damascus shall be its resting place, for the eye of man and of all the tribes of Israel is toward Jehovah. 2 And Hamath also, which bordereth thereon, Tyre and Sidon, because they are very wise. 3 And Tyre did build herself a stronghold, and heaped up silver as the dust, and fine gold as the mire of the streets. 4 Behold, the Lord will dispossess her, and he will smite her power in the sea, and she shall be devoured with fire. 5 Ashkelon shall see it, and fear, Gaza also, and shall be sore pained, and Ekron, for her expectation shall be put to shame, and the king shall perish from Gaza, and Ashkelon shall not be inhabited. 6 And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. 7 And I will take away his blood out of his mouth, and his abominations from between his teeth, and he also shall be a remnant for our God, and he shall be as a chieftain in Judah, and Ekron is a Jebusite. 8 And I will encamp about my house against the army, that none pass through or return, and no oppressor shall pass through them any more. For now have I seen with mine eyes. 9 Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion, shout, O daughter of Jerusalem, behold, thy king cometh unto thee, he is just, and having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass, even upon a colt the foal of an ass. 10 And I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, and the horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall speak peace unto the nations, and his dominion shall be from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. 11 As for thee also, because of the blood of thy covenant I have set free thy prisoners from the pit wherein is no water. 12 Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope, even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. 13 For I have bent Judah for me, I have filled the bow with Ephraim, and I will stir up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and will make thee as the sword of a mighty man. 14 And Jehovah shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning, and the Lord Jehovah will blow the trumpet, and will go with whirlwinds of the south. 15 Jehovah of hosts will defend them, and they shall devour, and shall tread down the sling stones, and they shall drink, and make a noise as through wine, and they shall be filled like bowls, like the corners of the altar. 16 And Jehovah their God will save them in that day as the flock of his people, for they shall be as the stones of a crown, lifted on high over his land. 17 For how great is his goodness, and how great is his beauty. Grain shall make the young men flourish, and new wine the virgins. Zechariah 10:1 Ask ye of Jehovah rain in the time of the latter rain, even of Jehovah that maketh lightnings, and he will give them showers of rain, to every one grass in the field. 2 For the teraphim have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen a lie, and they have told false dreams, they comfort in vain, therefore they they go their way like sheep, they are afflicted, because there is no shepherd. 3 Mine anger is kindled against the shepherds, and I will punish the he-goats. For Jehovah of hosts hath visited his flock, the house of Judah, and will make them as his goodly horse in the battle. For from him shall come forth the corner stone, from him the nail, from him the battle bow, from him every ruler together. 5 And they shall be as mighty men, treading down their enemies in the mire of the streets in the battle, and they shall fight, because Jehovah is with them. And the riders on horses shall be confounded. 6 And I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph, and I will bring them back, for I have mercy upon them, and they shall be as though I had not cast them off. For I am Jehovah their God, and I will hear them. 7 And they of Ephraim shall be like a mighty man, and their heart shall rejoice as through wine. Yea, their children shall see it, and rejoice. Their heart shall be glad in Jehovah. 8 I will hiss for them, and gather them, for I have redeemed them, and they shall increase as they have increased. 9 And I will sow them among the peoples, and they shall remember me in far countries, and they shall live with their children, and shall return. 10 I will bring them again also out of the land of Egypt, and gather them out of Assyria, and I will bring them into the land of Gilead and Lebanon, and place shall not be found for them. 11 And he will pass through the sea of affliction, and will smite the waves in the sea, and all the depths of the Nile shall dry up, and the pride of Assyria shall be brought down, and the scepter of Egypt shall depart. 12 And I will strengthen them in Jehovah, and they shall walk up and down in his name, saith Jehovah. Zechariah 11:1 Open thy doors, O Lebanon, that the fire may devour thy cedars. 2 Wail, O for tree, for the cedar is fallen, because the goodly ones are destroyed. Wail, O ye oaks of Bashan, for the strong forest is come down. 3 A voice of the wailing of the shepherds, for their glory is destroyed. A voice of the roaring of young lions, for the pride of the Jordan is laid waste. 4 Thus said Jehovah my God, feed the flock of slaughter. 5 Whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be Jehovah, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. 6 For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith Jehovah, but, lo, I will deliver the men every one into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king, and they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. 7 So I fed the flock of slaughter, verily the poor of the flock, and I took unto me 2 staves, the one I called Beauty, and the other I called Bands, and I fed the flock. 8 And I cut off the 3 shepherds in 1 month, for my soul was weary of them, and their soul also loathed me. 9 And said I will not feed you, that which dieth, let it die, and that which is to be cut off, let it be cut off, and let them that are left eat every one the flesh of another. 10 And I took my staff Beauty, and cut it asunder, that I might break my covenant which I had made with all the peoples. 11 And it was broken in that day, and thus the poor of the flock that gave heed unto me knew that it was the word of Jehovah. 12 And I said unto them, If ye think good, give me my hire, and if not, forbear. So they weighed for my hire 30 pieces of silver. 13 And Jehovah said unto me, Cast it unto the potter, the goodly price that I was priced at by them. And I took the 30 pieces of silver, and cast them unto the potter, in the house of Jehovah. 14 Then I cut asunder mine other staff, even Bands, that I might break the brotherhood between Judah and Israel. 15 And Jehovah said unto me, Take unto thee yet again the instruments of a foolish shepherd. 16 For, lo, I will raise up a shepherd in the land, who will not visit those that are cut off, neither will seek